session in case someone else doesn't show up. But today we're going to talk about security cameras and how to organize your ideas when giving your point of view. Okay, now security cameras, buses, public transportation, it is not something we usually talk about, but it's a very recurrent topic when watching the news, when reading newspapers. News are usually about what is going on in the city, in the state, and in the country, apart from international news, right? So security is also a very recurrent topic in our daily life. So let's see, what do we have here for you? A question, okay? I won't interact. I need you, Angie and Arturo, to sustain a conversation based on this question, okay? Please start.
I think it's a good idea to para supervisar.
To supervise.
Supervise the security of the clients in a business.
Arturo, we're waiting for you.
Sorry, Chair. It's about what I think, or am I have to read?
No, you have to think and provide your answer. Look, this is a conversation. Okay, so what I want you to do is to read the question and sustain a conversation between the two of you about what you think of the question. Okay, like, do you agree with that? Do you disagree? What are your reasons for that? Angie, she said that she agrees because it is good for businesses and basically for clients to be provided with a certain kind of security. In this case, like surveillance cameras or security cameras. Dulce, good morning, welcome. We're reading a question about security cameras and what we think about it, okay? So Arturo, Angie, and Dulce, please start a conversation talking about security cameras and if you think they're safe or not, if they're useful or not.
Okay, good morning, Dulce. I think it is good because you will have a record from what happened into your business or the business, because sometimes for a robber or maybe something happened to people, and it helps to the police to make the punishment, or maybe not the punishment. Maybe the people need some help from heart attack or something like that, and they can use the videos or the records for that.
Come on, guys.
Yes, I completely agree with you because I have one experience that I want to tell you. One of my brothers has a business, and he had a bad experience with one employee, and this employee was starting to steal money him, and my brother decided to put some cameras in his business, and that is the form that he discovered the steal in his business. Yes. No, his burglary in his business. Yes.
Continue, please.
Yes, I agree with you too, because like like Arturo says, it is very useful to create like an how can I say confianza?
It maybe reliable, reliable environment.
Because we can create a
Reliable.
reliable environment.
I'm gonna write it here.
Reliable environment, because sometimes something happen and you don't have the certain of who do that action. So in those situations, I think that it's the cameras are very useful, and you can take the necessary actions to punish that situations.
Yeah, to punish the people, right? To punish the person, or to take action, right? Take action about what happened. It is important to have evidence, right? It is very, very important, and that is what they ask us for when we want to like go to the police and raise a police file, because something bad happened to us. Good, good, good. But also for our businesses, just like Angie said. Thank you. Arturo, you wanted to say something?
Nothing else. I think we're good. We agree with that. With install some cameras just for security.
Just for security purposes, right? But
yeah.
What if someone, Angie, Arturo, Dulce, what if someone came to you and told you that he or she disagrees because it is an invasion to privacy? What do you think of that? What would you say? What would you answer? Like security cameras are an invasion to our privacy. How would you react to that comment?
It's a lie, because privacy, because your privacy is in your house only, and if you don't want to stay in a video, I recommend you don't go out. Don't go out. But if you stay in a business, most of business has cameras, and it's un delito. It's a crime. It's a crime if you see a camera in a bathroom or in a place that you change your places, clothes. Yes.
Okay, yeah, that was a good answer. What do you think, Arturo, Dulce? Is it an invasion to our security camera?
I know what Angelica said, but I'm agree in that point, because in some places you can't be allowed to have camera, but in public spaces, or I don't know, it's totally they are totally free to do that.
Okay. Thank you, Dulce. Thank you, Angie. Guys, look, just this. The employee stole him money. The thing with the word steal, do you remember what's the thing that steal focuses on? Focuses on the object, okay? So the employee stole money, stole money from him. And this expression, I'm agree. I know that in Spanish we're very used to say estoy de acuerdo, because that's the way it sounds, right? But in English, agree is a verb. Remember that it is a verb, agree. So remember, I work, I work, I run. Since agree is also a verb, we can say estoy de acuerdo just by saying I agree. I agree or I disagree. Okay, just to keep it in mind. So
Good.
we can continue, right? Arturo, you
Yes.
want?
Yeah. People need understand that in some cases, okay, so you cannot be recorded, right, into the dress rooms or some places like the bathroom. But what about the cashiers? They need for security. And what if people brings you a false bill, or maybe the clean when well, about some crime like fraud. It protects you. They need to know that it's not for if you are giving a good service or not. It's more for security for the business, right?
Yeah, like you're saying, for their own good, right? For their own good.
Yeah.
Let me just write it here. For their own good. You can use this expression, okay, when you want to make someone understand that what you're doing, it is not with a bad intention, but with a good intention to make sure this person is okay. For example, if you tell a child not to put his or her hand like in the fire, it is for his or her own good. Okay, maybe they don't know, but sooner or later they will realize that. So for their own good. Okay, good guys. Time to continue because today we have to check lesson C and D together. So now look, here we have a conversation between two people. Okay, Selena and Adam. Okay, they're walking on the street, they're having a conversation, and the conversation is about the same question that I asked you about security cameras, but in this case, something happened. The government decided to install cameras in buses, okay? So let's just listen to the conversation. Dulce, can you please summarize what they think about it? And Arturo and Angie, I want you to listen carefully. I want you to take note, okay, of how Selena states her reasons, okay, based on the way she thinks, okay? But Dulce, you give us like the overview, and Arturo and Angie, one more time, please take note of the way she states her reasons. There we go, guys.
Did you hear they have cameras on all the buses now?
Yeah, they should be put in all public places.
So you're in favor of them?
Oh yeah, for a couple of reasons. I mean, first of all, they're a good deterrent. People know they'll get caught if they cause trouble or whatever. And second, they make sure people pay.
Yeah, that's true.
And another thing is, for the drivers, especially late at night. I mean, basically, it's safer for them.
Well, you've got a point there. But on the other hand, don't you think all these cameras are a little intrusive? The thing is, it's like an invasion of privacy. Someone watching you all the time.
I must admit, I never really thought of it that way.
Okay, that's the end of the conversation. Dulce, can you give us the overview?
Is in favor of specific reasons. The first one is that when you get some trouble, you can notice what really happened. And second, we have Selena says that all that the person who did the crime have to pay of what he or she did. And Adam, I didn't listen Adam because my audio was a little bit se puso raro, o sea, se cortó.
Okay, okay. There was like a
The last part I didn't hear.
interference. Oh, okay, good. Well, thank you, Dulce. Thank you so much. Well, what he basically said was that he thinks cameras, security cameras in public places are a little bit intrusive, kind of like intrusive. Now, thank you, Angie, Arturo. How did she state her reasons?
She said she is in favor of the cameras because make the drivers safety or bring safety in the night.
Yeah, that was a really good point.
Yeah, and she said also it makes make sure people pay, right?
Yeah.
And it's good.
Yeah, just like Dulce said, right? Thank you. So people pay security for drivers at night. Angie, what else can you say about the conversation?
Yes, I have the same that Arturo, but Adam says he has another point of view because he thinks it's intrusive and it's an invasion of privacy.
Yeah, excellent. So it is an invasion of privacy. Thank you so much. Now, look, this is the way Selena stated her reasons. I'm going to skip this one. And now, look, stating your opinions. Okay, she says things like this basically, and then she starts with the main idea of what she wants to expose. Okay, and the point or the thing is, so whenever you're having a friendly conversation with someone about something that will probably bring different points of views, different opinions, you can organize your ideas using these expressions. Pretty sure there are more, but in this case, these are like the most common expressions you can use when providing your point of view. So the thing is, basically, when you want to add more information, you can use the expression another thing is to let the other people know that you're about to say something new. That you're about to say something new related to the same topic, so you are tuned. Okay, you are in tune, like with the conversation. And some other expressions could be, for example, you can go over the topic with a list. With a list, for example, there are two problems, or for a couple of reasons. Or maybe there are more, but this is just a way to speak. Okay, well, there are two problems, or for a couple of reasons, but actually you want to share more information, more than just the points. Okay, there are also some other expressions to go over a topic when stating your reasons. For example, you can use numbers, numbers and letters. First of all, second of all, or secondly, A, B, and C. According to your own personality, Angie, Arturo, Dulce, what expressions would you prefer to use when stating your reasons? Arturo.
Well, I actually used the point is, and for introducing a list, as we said, there are two problems.
Yeah.
I used it before a lot, but I didn't know what's the main point for, or the main ideas for keeping a conversation.
Okay, so what you're trying to say, or maybe if I understood, if I got it right, you actually have used these expressions before, but not in a very conscious way, just like you just let yourself go, right? What would be your opinion?
Yes.
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah, is the way that I've been working.
Yeah, no, it's completely natural. It is good. So Angie, Dulce, Carla, welcome. Good morning. What other expressions have you used?
Me, actually, I always try to, when I have to number some list, I use numbers and letters, but also I introduced a list. Like there are the problems.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed. Actually, when you're giving reasons and everything, it is pretty common to hear from you the expression, first of all, right? Like, or at first, for example. That is something that it's kind of like very familiar when it comes to you giving opinions. So yes, we've used them before, right? Angie, which ones have you used? Carla, good morning. When stating reasons, what expressions from this list have you used? Angie.
Prefer is if is a friend. Um, maybe I use main ideas. Basically, I stay with a client. Maybe I'm introducing a list.
Yeah. So this sounds like more formal, right? It sounds like, yeah, more formal, more appropriate. Carla, which of these expressions do you use when stating reasons?
Good morning.
Good morning.
I've used the thing is.
The thing.
I think that's all. Another thing, maybe, and there are two problems.
There are two problems. Well, thank you so much. So we've used them before. It's just that this time we're provided with more options, okay? This is when stating our reasons. And let me see, just to enable this. When you agree with someone, these are like 4 common expressions you can use. I guess the 4th one, it is not precisely very common, but that's one you can also use. All these expressions, well, most of them were used by Selena when stating her reasons for agreeing with the use of cameras in buses, okay? So that's right, that's true. You've got a point there, and I never really thought of it. Now, you've got the expression got. I just want to state this here as a manner of exemplifying the way the language works. For European people, it is not common to say you've gotten, to use the past participle form of the verb get. What's the past participle form of the verb get?
Gotten.
Gotten, right? Excellent, good. You know, the thing is that for some other countries, not Americans, they prefer to use the expression got, okay? Like, just like in this case, but you can also say, I've got a car, I've got a car. And that doesn't mean, that you're stating a sentence in present perfect or present perfect continuous, or that you're using this kind of sentences. But actually, this is just a way to say I have, just a way to say I have. Also, when they're conjugating sentences, like the previous ones that I mentioned, they do not use the form gotten, they use the form got, just because it is the way they're used to work with the language, especially with that verb, okay? I wonder if you have questions or if this was clear. Is it clear for you?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah, okay. So if you've seen it from time to time, even in a movie or maybe in an interview or when you're reading something, if the content has not a very familiar relation with the use of American English, you will likely see this expression got, and you will say like, well, there is a problem here, it should be in past participle, but actually not, because that's the way they work with the verb get, okay? It is just the way they work with it. And well, just to have it clear. Let's continue, guys. Now.
I have a question.
See? Yeah, tell me, Arturo.
I used before for using numbers and letters, I used to use first at all. Is that correct?
First of all, or first at all?
First at all.
First at all, okay. It is just like the expression not at all, right?
Yes.
Yeah, well, not at all is more common, but first at all, first at all, it's not, maybe it is because it sounds very similar to first of all, but actually it is not completely completely correct in terms of the language. But did you hear it before in some other talks with folks from United States? Did they use it that way?
No, I used before.
Okay.
That's what I asking you.
Yeah, I guess the best way to use this one is first of all. It's going to take, I guess, quite some time to get used to first of all, because right now it is very common for you to say first at all. First at all, but first of all, recommended by Cambridge.
Good. Thank you, teacher.
Okay, let's continue, guys. Now, here I have a debate I want to raise with you for. So I need two people that agree and two people that disagree. But I don't want to give you like the topic just forcefully. I'm going to show you some options, and you're going to tell me what you want to discuss. Okay. For example, this one has to do with metal detectors. Metal detectors should be used in public buildings. It'd be safer. I have also this one. If kids get caught skipping school without permission, then their parents should be fined. That is the second one. This one about police, more police would mean that crime would be reduced. That is the third one. But I also have this one. I think kids as young as 12 or 13 should be held responsible for their crimes. Being really tall is better than being really short. If you agree or disagree. Cats are better than pets, are better pets than dogs. And also life is easier when you're beautiful. Which one do you want to discuss?
Life is easier when you're beautiful.
Okay, so that is the first one. I need a second topic. Guys. I'm showing you this again. Just tell me what you want to discuss.
For me, the third one was good.
Okay, this one, police. The thing about police. Okay, so more police, beautiful, and more police. Okay, good, more police. Okay, good, guys. Now, regarding this one, who agrees on that? Who agrees on that? Maybe Dulce, or you're against it? Angie, Arturo, Carla, please.
Yes, I agree.
You agree? Okay, so Angie agrees.
I'm a great teacher.
Okay, Carla agrees as well. Okay, so Angie, Carla, who disagrees? In my case, I guess I disagree. So teacher Jose disagrees. How about your tutor? How about you, Dulce? What's your side?
I agree.
You agree. Okay, so with Carla and Angie. And Dulce. So you agree or disagree?
With this one, that more I'm a great teacher.
You agree. Okay, so I agree. Okay, so you all agree. So what are we gonna do? It will be just all of you against me, but no, it won't be that way. I guess we're all going to state reasons, okay? So I'll remain in silence. Guys. But what I want you to do is to use the expressions, okay, to organize your ideas. And let me just block my camera, and I'm taking a screenshot. I'll send it to the group, and that way you can like check on the way you're going to state your reasons, okay? Good, guys. So let's get started. Let me see. 14, okay, right here. Okay, so there you are, guys. Time to start the conversation. Why do you all agree with it? Why do you all agree with the use of more police? More police on the streets. Okay, there we go. Here it is. Come on, please.
With this situation, I have two different points of view. Uh, um, First of all, here in Tezutlan, we have like too much crimes in some years ago, and they people always say that this happened because we don't have a lot of police in the street to ay no estoy muy tonta, se me revuelven las ideas.
So we don't have enough, enough police.
We don't have enough police because when the crime happened, the police arrived to the place like 1 hour or 2 hours after the crime.
Really?
So, yes. So then one president put like police stations in different places of Tezutlan, and all people saw this like a very good idea because they also checking who came inside Tezutlan, because in all Tezutlan now we have security cameras and this police station, and also it gives like how can I say como que da buena vista de la seguridad que ya hay acá.
Well, we can just say like that. Well, it looks good, or it gives more relevance to the security of the city.
So this look more a relevance of the security of the city. That's the reason of why I'm agree with this that there could be more police in the streets.
Come on, guys, please.
Yes, I agree with my classmate. And adding for information, I think in Mexico, only this is only for example that I have in the class. It's not true, but in Mexico, most of police are bad persons, because if you have a problem, they only want to receive money, and I think this is a bad idea to have some police in the streets, because they only want to steal. Yes.
You're doing a good job, guys. You're doing a good job. Just make sure make sure you're using you're stating your reasons. Okay, continue, please.
Okay, so basically, more police on the streets gets you safer. I mean, you on the different business in town. Another thing is, thieves get away if they see the police. Am I right?
Yeah, that was good. That was good. Very concise. Very concise. Continue, please, guys. Continue. Carla, before we move to the second one.
The thing is, if there was police, there was more police on the street, at least I feel more safe walking on the streets, but I'm not really sure about that, because sometimes the police are The police are los que te acosan también.
Extortionists. That's what you want to say?
Pues acoso a mujeres, no tanto extorsión.
Harassment.
Oh, well, like you like sexual harassment? That's what you
Yes. So I'm not sure if I feel more safe with all of them in the streets.
Thank you so much. So you know that you noticed that you said you were on this side of like agreeing with the idea, but at least half of you stated different reasons for like not being so on this side. Thank you so much, guys. The session is about to be over, but before we leave this, just this thing, okay? More safe. Okay, more safe. There is a guy called Luis Hernandez. You know him? Luis Hernandez? No?
No.
No, okay. Guys, how can we change this to sound more natural?
Safe.
Excellent, very good. So, safer, okay? Very good. Thank you so much. What about this one?
But people?
People. Okay, very good, guys. And remember, I agree, okay? I'm agree sounds more like Spanish, estoy de acuerdo, okay? English, I agree, okay? Good, guys, thank you so much. Now, we're going to discuss the other one. So you said this one, right? Life's easier when you're beautiful. State your reasons. State your reasons. I guess Angie said that she wanted to talk about this, but the rest of you, please, if you agree or disagree, state your reasons, please, and let's have this talk.
Teacher, it's so complicated.
You think is it difficult? Life is easier when you're beautiful.
I think it's polemic because basically I think beautiful girls has an easier life. For example, it's not a rule, but sometimes happens. If you are beautiful, you have the 50% that you para que tú de que tú obtengas, como lo digo, that you obtain.
Well, maybe like there are 50% options for you to achieve what you want or what you need.
Yes, if you are beautiful, you have the 50% that you achieve some things like a job. For example, when I'm gone to ask a job, I see another beautiful girls more than me, and obviously I'm pretty, but I found beautiful girls and more beautiful.
Thank you.